Hello and welcome to Piggy Bank Tales. I am Sarah and this is my first Budget with Me YNAB video. I'm not new to YNAB. I've been using YNAB since 2018, but a lot of things have changed for me in this last year, and just looking at my budget, I was really getting overwhelmed by the categories and the goals that I had going on in that budget. So I decided that I am not going to use that budget anymore. Bear with me because I am new to these videos here. Yeah, I'm gonna go. I know I like to look at people's like debt and stuff too in the sidebar, so I think I'm gonna keep that as well. Okay, so here we're going to start a brand new budget here. And this is great because I just changed all of my bank's passwords stuff. So this is going to be really fun having to manually enter them. I'm trying to get away from keeping all my banking passwords saved on my phone. So I'm using like a third-party passwords app called Bitwarden. So if you're curious. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and name this budget Piggy Bank Tales. We're going to say 2025. Just to tell you a little bit about this budget, I'm a huge fan of Ramit Sethi. There you go. I've been reading his book, I Can Teach You How to Be Rich. It's a really good book. I recommend it. I've already been implementing some of the things that he's talked about, and he does recommend YNAB too, so it's kind of nice that he does that. But really what I was like curious about was he has a suggestion for how you should budget your money. Like a certain percentage goes to your fixed costs, and then a certain amount is going to go to savings, retirement, and then whatever is left goes for guilt-free spending. So I live in Southern California. I'm a single woman, and I have one adult child. He's going to college now, and I essentially am not paying anything for him for college or anything. So I don't really have anyone to take care of other than myself. But I do live in Southern California, and I just moved here. I think it's been about 8 months that I moved here for a new job. And like, it's been a whole new experience. Like, I don't have friends here. And I'm making more money, but the cost of living is way more too. I am renting a studio apartment. It's very small. It's 565 square feet. I came from renting a 2-bedroom house in my old city in the Central Valley. And yeah, so now I'm renting a studio that's very tiny. And it's very cluttered. Like, I don't have very much room to like store things. I've tried to get rid of as much as I could. Anyways, going on. I have 2 pet rabbits. You might see them running around here in a little bit. But so Ramit says that your fixed cost should be somewhere in the 50 to 60% of your wages, take home pay. So that means like after taxes. And my fixed costs are higher than that. And I mean, the big difference is I live in an expensive area, and unfortunately, I'm not willing to sacrifice renting a room from someone to, have a cheaper rent. I have 2 rabbits, and the stress of like living with someone else, or if they had dogs or cats, it just wouldn't work out. And I mean, no one likes to rent a room from someone, and I know there are people that have to, but I was not about to go from independence of renting a 2-bedroom house to renting a room from someone. So I knew that a lot of my income was going to be going to rent. I went ahead and did all my calculations to figure out how much my fixed costs were. So right away, I'm just going to get rid of the fresh start here, because even though they have all these categories, my categories are going to be even less than this now. So let's at least, I'm going to move groceries and stuff up to here, because that is going to be part of my fixed cost. Eating out, that will be something way down here when we get there. Gifts, I'm also going to keep, because that's also going to go down. Let's get rid of, I'm sorry, my fingers are like, I cannot find my little adapter port for, good grief, cannot move this. I'm just going to delete it. Okay, just going to delete. It's just easier for me to make up my own category. Sorry about that. I have a little adapter that's supposed to plug into my MacBook where I could plug in a USB mouse, and I have looked everywhere for that adapter. I tore my place apart last night trying to find it, and I just couldn't. So I have to use trusty old fingers on the pad here. Okay, so instead of bills, I'm going to name this fixed costs. So these are my monthly costs that I'm expecting to pay every single month. I don't have a mortgage, it's just rent. And I'm also going to put the due date. I'll go back and add my little emojis here when I'm done. But here's rent. So I'm first of all going to make all the categories, and then I'll go back and set the targets for them. Or I guess I may as well, yeah, sorry. Let's do all the categories first. I know it's so boring, but electric, I don't have water. Water is actually included in my rent, and my rent fluctuates every month because I have water and garbage included. So it might be up a couple dollars one month. It might be $1 cheaper the next month. Like it tends to go up. Those what I've seen, at least by a couple dollars. So I don't have those things. This transportation, I'm going to change this to gas because it's just gas that I'm paying for. And I work in home health, so I'm driving a lot. So you'll be surprised like how much I'm spending on gas. Cell phone. I just always like to just call this T-Mobile since that's my carrier. So that's what I'm going to put there. T-Mobile is due on the 10th. Okay, and oops, T-Mobile did not stick up there. Okay, so other categories that I need is subscriptions. So I don't have very many subscriptions right now. I just ended Netflix, so I'll probably restart with Netflix in like another month or so. But for now, the only thing I have is iCloud storage. So I'm actually going to write that down so I know what it is. iCloud, and this comes out on the 2nd, which by the way, today is January 1st, 2025. So Happy New Year, guys. Okay, and then let's see what else I have in here. So I have auto insurance. And that is due on the 23rd. So let me just, and that will probably come down here more. Okay, the electric bill is due, I don't have it. It's think it's the 18th. So what I could do is, because I started a brand new budget, I can just go ahead and look up my previous one. So, and you'll see like how many categories I had in my previous budget. It was pretty insane. Yeah, like there's a lot of categories going on here. I had some hidden as well. Yeah, it was a lot. So I'm just coming back to look at. So electricity is on the 18th. Let me just make a little note here. Is there anything else I'm missing? If I decide to put Netflix back in, that's going to be on the 26th. Okay. The next thing I'm going to do is add my life insurance on here. I'm just going to call it what it is. I just kind of abbreviate it. And this is due the 12th. I always felt like it was later in the month than this, but okay. So there's my life insurance, and then I also have pet insurance for my rabbits. Pet insurance, and that is due the 17th, I believe. Yeah, the 17th. Okay, what else do we need on here? I'm going to include household items. And what I did is I just looked at my previous budget to see what I spent last year on it, and took an average. So my monthly average is $50. So this is like toilet paper, foil, dish soap, anything like that. Next is the bunnies. So again, I looked at my average last year and I spent about $50 on them, so a month. So that is going to be a fixed cost for me. Okay, do I have everything? Let's see. We'll find out. The last thing in the fixed cost is, it's going to be called, for now, until I could think of a cooler name for it, it's going to be the Oopsie Fund. Some people have put like, oh, for their Oopsie Fund. And what Ramit says is, after you find out how much your fixed costs are for the month, he wants you to add an additional 15%, which is for those things that you weren't expecting. A car repair, something broke in your house and now you need to replace it, or, you had some kind of fee that was due. So that's really what it is. So we've gotten all the fixed costs there. Okay, so I'm not sure what happened, why it needed to refresh, because everything is still there. The only thing is that stupid oopsie. The oopsie category is still back up, not at the top. Okay, so let's just see if we can move the household above it. Okay, perfect. There we go. Okay, so I've gotten all the fixed costs categories there. So the next thing is 10% of your after-tax income is going to be for retirement investing. So I already have 3% coming out of my paycheck right away that's going into my 401k. And so basically I just need 7% more to invest. So this is going to be retirement. I'll say retirement and investing, which for me is basically the same thing, but I'm trying to keep it simple here. Retirement. Okay, so then now I'm going to close or collapse the fixed costs and move retirement down below fixed costs. Come on. Are you serious? Okay. And then here, what I'm going to do is put, I don't need to track the one that's going to my work on my budget, but I will track it on the side. But the main two things that I'm going to be investing in, maybe three, I have Coinbase as well. I'm trying to not invest a lot in Bitcoin right now, but I do have some investments in it right now. So the first thing here is my Roth IRA. I also have a traditional IRA, but for right now, I'm just focusing on putting money in my Roth. And then the other thing is going to be Robinhood. So those are my investments. So again, 10% of my income that I already calculated is going to be going towards that goal. Okay, and then the next thing is savings. So this is more like long-term savings. So I think that's what we'll call it. Long-term savings. And again, we're going to move you down below retirement. Come on. And the main goal is to build up an emergency fund. Right now, I don't even have a full month of an emergency fund. I'm just like a couple $100 shy of having a full month, but my goal is to have at least 3 months. I'd like to do that this next year. And then, eventually the big goal is like 6 months or more of an emergency fund. But, I'm just starting off with a smaller goal here. So emergency fund. And then that is the third category. So the next one is, so there's not very many categories. Is what I like about this. The next one is going to be, he calls it guilt-free spending. And this is called conscious spending. That's what he calls it, conscious spending. So yeah, if you look, there's only 4 categories. Come on. Oh my gosh. There we go. Okay, so there's only 4 categories, main categories, and then the subcategories, like there's not that many, which is nice, Okay. So when I go back to guilt-free spending, collapse these. It's going to be dining out. This is also going to include any shopping that I do, and shopping is going to be so general. It's, I had all the categories. Oh, beauty products, shoes, clothing, shopping is just going to be all incorporated as one. Like, do I really need to know that I spent, $150 on makeup the last year and $0 on shoes? Like, it's silly. So at least for me, it's just very overwhelming. And I like the idea of this causes you to not have to overthink so much, I think. So the last thing will be, or actually there's going to be 2 more, 3 more. 3 more with this, and I'll tell you why. So gifts, so that's going to be birthday gifts or anything is also going to go in here. And then I'm going to make basically like a holding for this. So this is going to be fun. It's like the main, or I guess I can call it fun holding. because that's really all this is holding the money for having fun with. So what I'm going to do is I'll make, whatever money is left for the month is going to be what is my guilt-free spending. And I'm going to put it in this holding category. And then as I spend from it, I'll determine, oh, this is shopping, this is dining out, this is gifts. And it'll get pulled from this little pool here. Okay, so let's start making the targets, and then I'm going to link my bank account and I'll come back for that. So rent right now, we're going to make a target, and it's about $2,300 a month. And I'm going to try my best to start paying half of it with my first paycheck and then the remaining with my second paycheck. What I've been doing is been paying for everything else with the first paycheck, and then when the second one hits, which is on the 25th, I use that entirely for my rent. So I'd like to start like splitting the rent from both of my paychecks. I get paid on the 10th and the 25th. So I want this, on the last day of the month. My rent is due the 1st, but I want it the day before, like ready to go. iCloud, we're going to create a target, and this is only 99 cents a month. It's still, I still want to have it part of that budget, and this is due on the 2nd, so I'm going to make it that we need that on the 1st. T-Mobile is $60.14, and this is due on the 10th, so again, I'm going to put the day before. I'll put it the 10th, but my payday is on the 10th, so I'll put that there too. This is my life insurance, $30.22, and that is due the 12th, so I'm also gonna put the 10th, so I just know to take it out of that paycheck. Pet insurance, that is $106.21. And that is due the 17th. Electric. I'm going to change this. I like to change it to the name of the company. I used to have Piggy before, so I used to say Piggy, and now it's going to be, and when did I say that was due? The 18th. So my average is about $52.07. There you go, monthly target. Car insurance is $152.53. And we want this on the 22nd. Okay, groceries. I spend about $90 a week. So I am going to make this a weekly budget because I know some months have 5 weeks. I do go shopping on Sundays typically, so I'm going to leave that as Saturday. And yeah, we're going to do $90 a week. Internet, I forgot to put when that was due. Internet is $39.99, and that is due the 28th. Let's move groceries right below internet. Okay. Gas, I'm looking at about $400 a month. I want this every Sunday. Oh, not every Sunday, sorry. Because it's going to be $100 a week because I need $400. I need $100 weekly, basically, is what I'm saying. So there we go. There's that. I'm like, this month is only 4 weeks, so $400. Bunnies, when I looked at my previous budget, it did tell me how much I spent on my bunnies, which is $50. It was $50.87, but I'm just going to put $50 because I feel like I don't need to be spending so much on them. I don't even know, like sometimes I buy extra toys or whatever and they don't need it. Household items. So again, this is like toilet paper or foil, shampoo, you know, whatever. So that is going to be last day of the month. Yep, that's fine. And then the oopsie. So this is the 15% of what all of those other costs added up to. So 15% of this, of my fixed costs right now is 500. It's a lot. $554.33. So more about the oopsie category. So what this is like I said, it's something that has come up. You forgot that you had an unexpected bill. You had to renew a membership or an annual membership. Take a vacation really quick, like maybe, I don't know, unplanned vacation, just something that you weren't expecting. You know, do new tires for the car. The biggest thing is, you know, car repairs or whatever. So obviously every month, this is like a targeted amount. This is not like building up a little savings and just letting it sit there. Like every month I need to put that $554 in here. And what I plan to do is at the end of each month, whatever is left here, I'm going to dump it into my emergency fund. So the money will still be there in case I needed it later down the road, and I'll be tracking like how much it's building. Okay, so that is that there. And then now retirement. Oops. Let's open the retirement. And the goal here I'm going to start putting some money into my Robinhood. So the goal there is $343 a month. And I'm probably going to do that for a while. Any extra money that I have that's on top of this $343, I will float it over to my Roth IRA or my emergency fund. I'm not sure yet. When we do the budgeting, you'll see like how my money, it's weird. It's like when I looked at the past month or the past year of my budget, I saw like every other month I make like $800 more. And I don't know if it's just because there's more days in the week then, or, you know, whatever it is, but that seems to be about average. So I'm like going here, erring to the side of caution, and I am trying to use the lower amount that I see. And then if that extra $800, $900 happens the next month, then great, I'll have more money to spend or to invest. Okay, so long-term savings. So this is the emergency fund, and this is $245. And then lastly is I'm going to put it again in the holding, the guilt-free spending, the fun money. And so this only comes out right now to $63 this month. And I know it doesn't seem like very much, but again, like I said, every other month I should make more money, so I could put more money. There'll be more money floating into that guilt-free spending. And also for the month of January, I'm trying not to buy anything. I say that, and yet I already bought something this morning that it's for work, but I have a tablet and I really need like a detachable keyboard is what I'm trying to say. So I did end up buying one. And I bought the little adapter for my laptop because I cannot stand not having a mouse. I have two laptops, but I prefer using my MacBook because it's just so small and easy and convenient than pulling out my other laptop that's bulkier, and I don't know. It just works out this way. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I will show you like my tracking and my bank account and credit card debt because we didn't even talk about that yet. But let me go ahead and stop this and add all my bank info. Okay, oh my goodness, that took a really long time to add all of my accounts. My hair is totally frizzing out today. I live in a coastal area, and so I'm not too far from the beach, and I swear, so there's like so much moisture in the air, my hair just like frizzes out like crazy. I stopped straightening it a while ago. Anyways, so I always think it's kind of fun when I watch other people's budgets to see like how much do they have in their Roth IRAs, how much do they have in their investments. Like I'm very curious about that, especially that I feel like I got a late start in life with investing and trying to put money into my 401k, but you know, better late than never. So one of my goals with Robinhood is that I wanted to try to do the challenge of investing at least $10 every market day for 30 days, but then for at least 2 years. So that is my priority right now, is to try to get some money into Robinhood. And then, like I said, any extra money that I have, I'm going to put into the Roth IRA and my emergency fund. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and start budgeting all the fun stuff. Oh, here's the credit cards now. I do use them responsibly where I pay the balance every single month. I do like getting the cashback rewards. I do have the Built card, which helps you earn points for paying rent without using a line of credit. So it's not like they charge me a credit for my rent amount. But it's basically like they withdraw the money and then you earn points for using their portal and stuff. So anyways, the city custom cash, that is for my gas. And I just got it. So I've had it like maybe a month and a half. And so this is I think I just put in my transfer for the points into cash. And I think I got like $29 back. It's on its way. It takes a couple of days to be deposited. So that's my first cash back using this new card. It only allows you to use up to $500 to get 5% cash back. And then after that, I think it drops to like 2% or 1%, but I don't spend $500 a month on gas. I'm just under that. So I figured it's perfect for me. And then, Chase, Amazon, like that's the Amazon Visa card. And, up until me canceling Amazon, I canceled Amazon last April. So before that, it was handy because I think you get like 5% back with Amazon Prime on Amazon purchases. Now, because I don't have Amazon Prime, I only get like 3% back, but still, it's nice to have a little bit of money back in your pocket. Okay, so we'll go ahead and start budgeting. So Wells Fargo. This says it's underfunded by 6162. And then custom cities cash 172.51. So that's it for the credit cards. And then let's go see, what is this? Cash over from last month. I don't know. I guess it rolled over for something that was sitting around there. Okay, fixed costs. We need to go ahead and put rent in. And then the iCloud storage is going to get pulled out tomorrow. I'm trying to see how I want to do this, because this is going to come in on the 10th. Oh, let's go ahead and finish putting, we're going to put $90 into the groceries. Gas is going to need $100. Bunnies, let's go ahead and put half of that for now. Household items also needs 25. Oopsie. Let's go ahead and just fund the oopsie. And then we'll do 150 here. We'll do 150 here. We'll go do my little fun money. Still have $24 left. Let's put that towards T-Mobile. Okay, so we spent all the money. I'm also going to put a little note here that this is supposed to be no spend challenge. Yeah, we'll see how that goes. I really would like to not spend any money, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure where that cash back is, but we'll just put it in ready to assign. Go back to the budget. We'll put it here with the, with the T-Mobile. Okay. So there is the not quite first part of January, but I mean, I guess it is technically, even though I'll have 2 paychecks in January, because I'll have one coming in on the 10th and one on the 25th. But this is actually December's paycheck, the 25th paycheck. Yeah, so there was that. Okay, so I hope that this wasn't too boring. I love watching people's YNAB videos. Next time I'll actually look decent on camera and not like I just woke up out of bed. I hope you guys will like and subscribe and come back to, sorry, I cannot talk right now. Come back and check out when I do my January checks. So there's a January 10th and a January 25th. I will try my best to be so disciplined to not use the mobile app to when I get paid to do my little budget. Like, I'll have to make a habit now of actually sitting down and doing it on the laptop so I can record it. I still will be using the mobile app to enter anything that I buy, obviously, because I need to track those things, but I will come back for when I have the paychecks have dropped and hit my accounts, then I can go ahead and budget. Anyhow, thank you so much for watching Piggy Bank Tales, and I look forward to budgeting some more with you in the future.